Welcome back to Non-Toxic Shopping with Kent. You know, I truly endorse the Happy Egg Organic. This is the best eggs in the entire market. But when their introductory price was actually $4.70 a dozen, I was buying them. But when you suddenly, without warning, almost double the price to actually, I think the last I paid was $8.48, not $8.14. Oh, no, it was $8.14. My memory is correct. But you can see where people have already, and you'll also notice they're not really selling all the way back. They're not really selling at this price. And these, I know that these travel 1,200 miles minimum. These actually travel from the West Coast, but at least they're in a temperature, you know, that's better insulation than, but if I were going to eat eggs, this is the one I'd eat, but I'm really not into it lately. I'm just not up to cooking, and I don't want to pay your price. You need to bring your price down, because this is like, what, 16 eggs or something like that? You know, they're supposed to be organic. You got 16 eggs, I think it is. These are, no, that's 18. 18 eggs, that's a dozen and a half for what is a buck and a half, more, yeah, actually it's more than that. It's a buck and a half, more than a buck and a half, $1.70 less than Happy Egg, which I gotta admit are the best on the market. But that's what happens when you suddenly jack up the price. When you bring it in at an introductory price and then you jack up the price, it stops selling. I've stopped buying them. Anyway, so next time, am I going to choose the nice, pretty, with the recycled carton, or am I going to choose 18 eggs, you know, 1.5 times as much for a buck and a half less, and they're organic, cage-free? So, what would you choose? Unfortunately, my pocketbook does the talking. Non-Toxic Shopping with Kent.